Hello, this is Jean Marie Ward for Buzzy Magazine. With me today is Gini Koch, the best-selling author of the Alien, Catherine Kitty Cat series, and so much more. Welcome, Gini.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
We're so glad to have you. After 16 novels, I don't think it's a spoiler to say Kitty fell in love with an alien and has traveled the galaxy. But it all goes back to Kitty's really bad, horrible day in Phoenix, Arizona. You lived in Arizona for some time. How did that experience shape Kitty's saga?
If I wasn't in Phoenix, I wouldn't have actually started writing. We were in Phoenix for 22 years, and we moved there from Southern California. And in Southern California, you're commuting most of the time, and the commute is a nightmare. And it's still, number one with a bullet on traffic. Hey, no one can touch us. So I would never have had the time to let the voices in my head demand to be written. In Phoenix, my commute was very short, and then I was working from home. And it was great because when those voices got so demanding that I could no longer shut them up, I started writing and never looked back. But it would not have happened in Los Angeles. I would have been too tired, too exhausted. I have a lot of major props for all the people in the big cities with their commuting where you're still managing to get it done, because I know I wouldn't have. I never would have started. Phoenix gave us a wonderful life, a wonderful lifestyle, and gave me the time and the energy and the place to start writing. So Phoenix is huge. That's why Kitty's from there. I'm from Southern California, but Phoenix is my home.
But there's more to Kitty's saga than just Phoenix.
Yes.
How did you specifically come up with the idea of American Girl Meets Alien?
Well, honestly, I get about 50% of my ideas from my dreams. And I had a weird, dark, noirish dream. And at that point in time, I realized I was having trouble with pacing, and I was really working on voice. And so I had challenged myself to write in various short lengths, in various first person, third person omniscient, and in tenses, present, past, etc. I left out second. Second's really difficult. Kudos again to those that can do that. And so I was going to write, this was supposed to be my 4,000 word short first person horror story.
Whoa!
It was a scary dream, let me tell you. And really, chapter 1 is the dream. However, as I started writing it, the voice did not come out scary or noirish. The voice was really snarky and sarcastic. It was not like any other voice I'd written in ever before.
Not like you at all.
No. A lot like me, but not like how I'd written. And I am one of those people that firmly believes that you can fix anything and everything in post. So I let it roll. And that dark, noirish horror story became Touched by an Alien. And I've never looked back.
Yeah. I think it's more fun to write comedy.
Oh, no, it's so much work to write comedy. You know that. It's so, they're not wrong. Dying is easy, comedy is hard.
Yeah, but then you read it over and you feel better.
Yeah, okay, you haven't had to kill characters people loved and then make them laugh in the next chapter, and I have. So, that's very difficult. Making people cry is really, really easy. Making them laugh right after they've cried, that is craft.
Oh, that is hard.
That is craft.
Well, that's not the only distance you traverse in Kitty's saga.
True.
You've taken her out, you've taken her all around the galaxy.
Yes.
But you've taken her out of this galaxy into the multiverse. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. Okay, so the first hint you get that the multiverse is there is in book 3, Alien in the Family. And that's where you get a hint of the multiverse, but Kitty and the other character who has experienced the multiverse, they don't remember it. They fall asleep, they don't remember. Happens again in book 4, Alien Proliferation, and as it's going on, any multiverse, they're not remembering until book 10, Universal Alien, where Kitty switches places with another Kitty, who is just a couple of universes over from where our Kitty is. Mm-hmm. And that was really fun. It was great to do. It was difficult because I have two POVs in that, both Kitties, both first person. They have to sound alike but different. Yeah, that would take crap. When my editor and I were talking about that, actually while we were editing book 3, I told her what was coming. And my editor, Dawes Sheila Gilbert, she's the greatest, and she was like, can you do that? I said, when I get there. I'm not a good enough writer now to get there to do that, but when I get there, I will be, and I was. And so I'm very happy with that. And then book 17, Aliens Like Us, Kitty and 11 other members of the cast will all be thrown into the steampunk universe. So.
The steampunk universe of your story in Clockwork Universe?
Yes, that was the first one, Clockwork Alien, mm-hmm. And that's where I introduced the steampunk universe, which is the carry-through character for that is first introduced in book 8, Alien Research. And then I did 2 more steampunk universe shorts. One's an Unidentified Funny Objects 4, the problem with poofs, and Unidentified Funny Objects, Unidentified Funny Objects 4 is Support Your Local Alien. In 5, it's the problem with poofs. So
I love Jim Garner, and that title goes there.
It's a very fun. So so that universe I was establishing in short stories so that I would have a good feel of it for because I knew they were going there.
But Kitty is only part of the Gini Koch story. Who is A.E. Stanton, and what are they doing on your website?
Well, A.E. Stanton is not the only name on my website. I write under 7 pen names because it's a controlled form of schizophrenia and I make it work for me.
Mm-hmm.
And A.E. Stanton writes novels set in the Old West or dystopian science fiction in an Old West setting. So I think of him as an old cowboy who likes horses and motorcycles. And yes, him. I ascribe a persona to each one of my pen names so that I can get into the headspace where they are. Gemma Chase is a goth girl who likes blood and chocolate. Anita Ansel is Peace, Love, and Bobby Sherman. I think of her as wearing...
Bobby Sherman? I haven't heard that name in years!
I know. That was just showed both of our age, right there.
Yes, it did.
It really did. But I see her as wearing, caftans and flowing scarves. And in my mind, she's married to A.E. Stanton. So, they're all related. G.J. Koch.
Opposites attract, is that the thing?
Kind of thing. G.J. Koch, which I write the Alexander Outland series under. I look at it as Ginny's twin brother. J.C. Koch, the name I write horror under, he's their uncle. And so forth. So it's kind of fun to do all that, but I go into a mindset when I'm writing the stories from them because my voice changes along with those pen names, and that's how I know I'm keeping consistent. And there's even times when I'll write something and my critique partner, Lisa DeVicki, I'll send it to her and she's like, I don't know who you think this is, but this isn't Ginny. This is Gemma, or this is Anita, or this is, JC. She'll tell me a lot of times when I'm like, it's not coming out right. She's like, yeah, because you're trying to write it as Ginny, but this is a Gemma story.
Yeah.
So.
Very cool. Do any of these other series and their characters and the pen names connect with Kitty's universe?
No. I made that decision back when I was a new writer. This is something I think all of us do. You get some story ideas, you try to connect all of them to your main thing. It's like, this is this person's that. I just ended up moving that to the pen names and letting them be all related. I think that it is healthy for you to have a separation. Alexander Outland has no relationship to the Kittyverse. The Necropolis Enforcement Files has no relation to either one of those universes. Martian Alliance, so forth. Anything I've got out there, they're not related. If they're related, it's a short story that is related to the main series, but it's still there. for the novel series. I just don't connect them. Maybe I would do something in the future. I would love to do some spin-offs, in my copious spare.
Non-existent spare time.
Yeah. I would like to do some spin-offs of the Alien series. I'd like to do a Alpha Team spin-off. I'd love to do Angela Fiore, Teen Super Spy with Kitty's mother. I one day will be doing the spin-off with the kids when they are old enough that they don't, it's not like child endangerment.
Yes.
So that they don't have adult supervision and so forth. But right now, that's the only spin-offs I see. I don't see spin-offs in the other series at this point. I don't see connection beyond a spin-off.
You have written so many different worlds, so many different types of stories. Is there a universe or a type of story you haven't published in but would like to?
Mysteries. I have published some in mysteries, but they're all short stories. I have mystery series that my agent is shopping and I'm really hoping get picked up because mysteries are my first love. Admittedly, when I write, at least 75% of what I write comes out science fiction, regardless of what I intend. But I love mysteries. There's a mystery in everything I write. Everything has a mystery. I look at it as the foundation. And just doing straight mysteries is something that I want to conquer. So I love
cool. Cool. I love mysteries, by the way, as well as sci-fi and fantasy. We're coming up against the end of the interview, unfortunately. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Books make great gifts, just saying. At any time, Christmas time in particular, but any time of the year, books are wonderful gifts and they're really easy to wrap. And reviews are the best gift you can give an author beyond buying our books. Reviews really help us a lot, far more than you realize. You don't need to be writing a brilliant review. Whatever stars you want to give, I did or didn't like it, a quick reason why, you're done. It's the best gift you can give authors. Every author you love needs more reviews. The big guys and gals, maybe not as much, but anybody that you think, oh, everybody knows their name, they don't. We need those reviews. So please and thank you. And, be nice to each other.
Thank you, Gini. And thank you for Buzzy Magazine.